If you're a homeowner in the Greater Edmonton area or thinking of becoming one, I've got the latest news on what happened in the real estate market in September 2023. Stick around to the end of this video so you can learn about how the current market might relate to your personal real estate goals. In September, we saw a slight decrease in activity, as should be expected with the kids getting back to school and people returning to their normal routines. It typically happens. So total sales were down 8.4% month over month and listings dropped 3.3%. But we're still coming out stronger than we were last year at this time, now that buyers are accustomed to the higher interest rates. So far this year, there have been 18,000 sales when you compare it to last year, which is a 28.5% increase over last year overall. When you do the math, September had 3 months of inventory, which should dictate a seller's market. However, we aren't seeing a massive demand in the market right now. A true seller's market would mean there would be a frenzy over home sales with lots of demand, but right now we are experiencing both a lack of inventory and I would say also a bit of a lack of demand. So buyers still have the power to negotiate, and sellers have to make sure, of course, they're putting their best foot forward in order to ensure their home will sell before the holiday season hits. We will dig further into that at the end of this video though, so keep on watching. Okay, the average price for a home right now in the Greater Edmonton area is $394,000 when you factor in all residential sales. And this was just a 1% price decrease from August, so this metric has remained quite steady. Breaking it down by housing category, for detached homes, the average price was $493,000, which is just a 0.4 decrease from August, so negligible. For semi-detached homes, $354,000, which is 5.2% down, and for townhouses, $267,000, an actual increase of 5.4%. So townhouses were a very strong product, and this is, of course, as we've been saying, that's because buyers have readjusted their budgets to more affordable housing options. But it is great to see that the detached homes are actually quite stable in their average price point, not really dropping too much. And moving along, the average list to sale price ratio was 97% in September, so houses were selling for 97% of their asking price. Days on market, it was taking 44 days for a property to sell on average in September when we factor in all residential homes. So homes were selling just slightly faster than they did in August overall. As I mentioned, we have a lower inventory situation, but we also don't have a crazy level of demand right now either. There is a bit of a discrepancy that I'm noticing between buyer and seller expectations, where sellers are hoping to get that 2021, early 2022 price point. And buyers are hoping, of course, to get a much better deal since interest rates are a lot higher right now. So sellers, it's important to price, market, and present your home in the absolute best light so that you can sell in a timely manner and don't just become a stale listing that sits on the market. Buyers, we are not flush with inventory at the moment, but for the most part, you won't be encountering so much competition that you need to make any rush decisions. If you're a buyer that doesn't like to feel pressure to act, this market could be a great one for you. The caveat to this is that if you are in the lower price ranges, you may still have to act fairly quickly as we are still seeing a little bit of competition, like I said, in those lower priced homes. The market is cooling, which happens every year in the Greater Edmonton area, and we should see this trend continue as we finish out the year. When the new year begins, the cycle will start all over again, and the real estate market again will pick up, and that typically happens around mid-February. Your situation is always going to be unique to you, whether you're buying or selling. So take these market updates, like I always say, with a grain of salt. If you want a more accurate analysis of your property or you're thinking of buying and you want to know more about any hidden opportunities that could benefit you, request a free market evaluation or book a consultation with me. You can contact me to set up a meeting and my contact details are below. And I will see you again next month with an updated report, so stay tuned.